What's up, YouTube? Welcome to 2026. It is about, let's see, it's 17 days into 2026. Here we are. This video is just kind of going over the last year and then kind of talking about kind of the high level stuff of what I want to do this year. Part of the reason for that is just because like so this channel, Let's Chat with Steven, started a pretty close to a year ago. It's just kind of nice timing to take a look at what has sort of happened in the past year. Not just channel related, but also, just kind of like how my life has been. I'm not sharing a whole bunch of like, personal details here. But just kind of like, the high level stuff. I thought this might be, fun. And, also like, for reasons I'll get into in the video that you can see in the script here, but, I've needed to kind of like take a break and sort of like this is kind of like easing back into the whole like video thing. So, with that out of the way, that was a nice 1-minute intro to this. Let's get into it. So 2025, last year was all right. Not a big fan of my job, but I do at least have one. So there is that. Everything outside of my job was pretty good. Like all the family stuff was really nice. I got to do a lot of things that I have not really had time to do in the years before. And so that was really nice. So, some of that stuff includes, making this YouTube channel. As part of that, somehow over 450 YouTube viewers have found me interesting enough to become subscribers. So thank you. I did not imagine that would ever get to be a number that I could look at and be like, holy shit, I did that. So, thank you for everyone for subscribing, for all of the comments that you leave in the videos. It's weird, and I'm very thankful for everyone finding me interesting enough to do that. So thank you very much. I do plan to keep making more videos, and we'll get into that. So on the channel, I did post 14 videos on things like build systems, programming language, book reviews, and tools. And then, as I said, for outside of the channel, I spent a lot of time with my family doing things like reading books for fun. As an example, the Malazan series, which I think everyone should try to read, is incredible. It made me cry and do all kinds of experience so many more like emotions and everything. It's hard to explain, but I will try to do that in a video at some point, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, other things I did included cooking and baking. I made a lot of pizza last year. I found some Detroit pizza style pans that I can use to make like focaccia style pizza, which is really nice. I tried to get back into running. There's been some complications there, but and then I did pick up my guitar a bit more than last year. Still not a whole lot. I do need to pick it up more this year, but anyway. Also, just kind of like a sort of a side note, probably going to be relevant for a few videos, is that at the end of last year, I decided to switch my main OS to Endeavor OS, Arch, by the way, and I'm still kind of getting used to it as a daily driver. The main relevance to the videos is that my usual video editing software, DaVinci Resolve, is not easy to install for the moment because of a very inconvenient dependency deprecation. More or less, the DaVinci Resolve package depends on some things that have been deprecated, and so I can't easily install them through through Pacman. So that's its whole thing. I am going to try and use Kdenlive as an alternative, which may affect some things about the videos. But anyway, also another thing with that is that some of my games keep crashing. I cannot play Total War Warhammer 3 without a kernel panic, and that really sucks. But anyway, all that said, it was a year of ups and downs. It was not a perfect year, and it ended with a panic attack that convinced me I was going to die. But I did not, so you get more of my videos. Panic attacks fucking suck if you have one. please get help for it, because it's not a fun thing. If you're unfamiliar, it basically feels like you're having a heart attack. If you look at the symptoms of panic attacks and heart attacks, they are almost identical. And that part is also terrifying in and of itself. But yeah, so I'm getting help with that now. So it's hopefully won't be a issue in the future. But anyway, that was 2025. Interesting year. But now that we're half of a month into 1/24th into 2026, as I said, I've kind of been like taking it easy and sort of like, kind of doing a lot of not things that are productive necessarily, to kind of like rest and get myself away from that panic attack kind of environment. And so, yeah, that's why this video is late. But anyway, so for this year, I have some goals that I kind of want to share here. So not channel related. I want to keep relating things that don't relate to software and my work, because reading about magic and gods and space fights is also really good fun. Please read Malazan. I also want to do a healthy amount of kitchen time, mostly baking and pizza. I fucking love pizza, if that wasn't obvious. But also want to do some more running time, and I want to pick up my guitar more. It would be really nice if I could learn to draw. And so I have, for Black Friday last year, let me grab the thing. I picked up a little drawing kit, that has a bunch of pencils and, pencil related drawing stuff. And so I want to pick that up and do a little bit of drawing stuff so that my game projects can have not just like squares and circles and stuff. Also, it's just, I just think it'd be fun. I don't really have any how to call it, visual aesthetic skills at the moment. So it would be nice to build at least one. And then, channel related, the reason that you guys care at all, is I will of course keep making videos. That's what this one is here for, and I will probably stay in the same corner for now. I don't really see any reason to kind of like shift away from the general topics of like build systems, programming languages, book reviews, tools, and stuff like that. I would like to make more of them though. I think it would be nice if I could make at least 2 per month, but I'm not gonna set I'm not gonna promise 2 per month or anything like that. But along with that, I do have plenty of video ideas in the queue. For now, thanks to the viewers have left lots of comments, especially on my most recent video. And I have a bunch of endless scribbles and notebooks and in my phone notes, and so I have a lot of ideas that I kind of just need to sit down and actually make the videos. And so just to give you a preview, some of these ideas include a follow-up to the C. Odin Zig video, which I mostly need to record and then edit. I have most of the notes kind of like sorted, already sorted out. I just need to like pretty them up a little bit and then make the video. Also, thank you so much to everyone to everyone who viewed and then commented and left me all kinds of comments, ranging from super supportive and like super interesting to some of them were like a little bit hate commenty, which is like I don't mind, but it's just it's just kind of funny. And a lot of it was there were a lot of comments that were not like negative, but that were basically like hey, XYZ things were wrong. I really appreciate those comments, because I really I am not like an expert systems language or systems programming engineer, and so it's nice to have those things pointed out to me so that I can I can in the future, not just for my videos but also for myself, I can correct these misconceptions and stuff that I have. So please keep correcting me. That is a big part of why I started making the videos in the first place, is so that people can say like hey, that's not how you do that thing. So please do that. I really like those comments. And And then in that same video, there were a lot of comments about the C3 language that I had not heard of at all before, before I posted the video. And so you fanatics in the comments have convinced me to give it a try. So that will probably be the next video right after I make the follow-up video. I've already started playing around with it a little bit. You can see I have a thing for some notes on that. There were a lot of other languages mentioned, such as like Nim, VLang, and D. And I think I would be interested in doing some more language exploration videos. So those will also probably come up a little bit. And then again, like one thing that came up in the C Odin Zig comparison video was there was a lot of feedback that I have some clear blind spots in like toolchains and systems programming toolchains specifically. In things like, optimization levels, analyzing assembly output, static and dynamic linking, and the impacts that it has on your binaries and your build performance and your runtime performance. And then also, build performance and runtime performance like individually. So I would like to kind of, get into that more and, have some more accurate videos so that I'm not spreading misinformation. And then something else that I was also kind of thinking about is doing some non-programming book reviews. I actually filmed one that I never posted that was on the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. But yeah, I recorded it and then just like didn't bother to edit it. But I would like to kind of do put up some reviews for non-programming books. The Malazan series would be one of them for sure. But then also like sci-fi, fantasy, and like other nonfiction that I read. If you're interested in that, then please stick around and wait until that happens. Pretty much it for this video. So I would like to. I think I'm going to try and get the follow-up C Odin Zig video done sometime within this weekend. As I said, I have most of the notes. I just need to like pretty them up and then record and then edit the thing. So that should be fairly straightforward. But anyway, So with that, Jesus Christ, it's more than 12 minutes. With that, I'd just like to say again, thank you everyone for watching and for giving leaving comments and subscribing and, doing all that good stuff. I like to talk about programming. I like to talk about, all of these things that I make videos on. And it's really nice that, there's kind of like a little community sort of building up from my videos. It's weird. It's cool. It's humbling. It's not something I've experienced before. And, it's really cool. So again, thank you so much. I will keep trying to make, good quality videos that are interesting and hopefully teach people something. Even if that someone is me, and people tell me that I'm wrong about something. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to leave it here at 13 minutes. So thank you for watching. And I hope you are looking forward to the next video. So thank you. Have a good one. And please enjoy your day.